Namaste, Star Family. Welcome back to the Matrix Oracle for another pick a card reading. This one is for 2025, a year 9, a year that completes a whole series of many cycles that started in 2017. So we're going to be called to review and hone everything that we've learned and especially close those chapters with the wisdom of the heart of our soul. So I'm really excited about those messages. We're going to have the option to choose according to crystal and zodiac placement. Again, you can choose whatever, and the cards, obviously, we're going to take some of those energies. Pile number 1, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight also on those crystals. I am so happy I have my babies back. Some of you may not know, but I've been traveling for a couple years and now finally setting my home, grounding my roots. So here, this crystal is stromatolite, okay? And what I have for this crystal is awakens us to the beauty of life, helping us to cherish and protect its diversity. It encourages us to think beyond ourselves and think instead of the generations that will come after us and the world we want them to inherit. Stromatolite can aid us in exploring our ancestral lines and how our past affects our present. Stromatolite encourages us to look to the past for wisdom, to live with respect, and to look to the future with love. I thought it was a perfect stone. When I saw it, I felt it, and it felt perfect. So that's going to be pile number 1. Okay. Then we have this beautiful epidot crystal that I have here for pile number 2. And it says here, manifest greatness. Attract whatever serves your highest good. Raise your vibration while staying grounded. Manifest prosperity and achieve your dreams. Be hopeful and see the beauty in everything. Let Epidot bring more joy and wisdom into your life. That's for pile number 2. And then pile number 3, a beautiful piece of sodalite. Gentle truth. See and accept your light and your shadow sides. Find freedom within your most authentic self. Use logic and intuition to release mental clutter. Trust yourself and find harmony in group work. Let sodalite reveal who you were born to be. Beautiful. All right, so let's see what we have as far as the kitty spirits. Okay, it's cat spirits. Oh, all right. Okay, we have this one here with the stromatolite. And then for pile number 2 with Epidot. Okay, this one. They almost seem like they have like a shade of those colors. I love it. Okay, and this one. Beautiful. Okay, let's look at those little messages for pile number 1. We have, synchronicity. It says here, meet Lexi. She passed into our world through the divine nexus of a series of unlikely events. She arrives at the precise moment when she is needed most. As if answering a silent prayer, she appears with a perfect and sweet antidote to our fears and struggles. You will not know when she is coming, but when she arrives, your heart will open. The air will sparkle and your world will awaken with new life. Coincidence? Maybe. A beautiful mystery? Certainly. Watch for your paw prints and watch for hers as they glimmer and meander through your life. Beautiful. I love this. I'm like already so giggly. All right, pile number 2. We have curiosity. Beautiful. It says here, meet Blaze. With eternal kitten eyes, he experiences each instance of sight, smell, and sensation as if for the very first time. His mind is a delightful question mark. When he meets another kitty, visits an unfamiliar place or tries something new, his mind is not addled by presumptions or assumptions. He is simply curious and open. Most of all, he is curious about himself. He asks, what am I feeling right now? What do I believe and why do I believe it? What is my heart trying to tell me? Let's cultivate this playful kitten's curiosity so we may continually learn, evolve, and discover. Wow, I feel so much wisdom from those two cards already. I'm loving this. Okay, pile number 3. We have expression. Wow, beautiful. Meet Shanti. She once kept her ideas and feelings locked away in her heart, where no one could see or hear them. It felt safe and secure, but alas, she felt so alone. No one truly knew her. She was longing to come out to play. Gathering her courage, she flung open the window in her mind and unlatched the doorway in her soul. She started to speak her mind and give voice to her heart. She could never again fit in that small, closed space of hiding. Soon her words grew into unabashed singing. What song are you keeping captive? What song, at last, can you unleash into the world? Wow, part number 3, beautiful. Okay, let's look at some Zodiac placement, shall we? Even though that was just so much energy already to captivate. So again, you can choose according to your favorite placement, your sun placement, moon, rising, your north node. You can choose according to Western astrology, Vedic astrology. You can choose according to Draconic astrology, the ones that are part of the YouTube family membership. You know, I have expressed how we're going to focus on this dragon energy where the heart is burning and shining bright. Okay, so let's see what we have for pile number 1. We have Aries. We have Leo. We have Virgo. And we have Sagittarius. Pile number 2, we have Libra. We have Pisces. We have Gemini. And we have Aquarius. Pile number 3, we have Scorpio. We have Capricorn, Cancer, and Taurus. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's look at 2025 and how to create a life that makes your heart and soul sing and dance. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your 2025 messages to create a life where your heart and your soul are singing and dancing and enjoying how to make this year the most fruitful, joyful, and filled with love and abundance and health and prosperity. You chose the beautiful stromatolite crystal. If some of you want more details about the crystal energy, you can watch the introduction. I read a little bit of a bio energy, but here it connects us to the ancestors, it connects us to our past and the legacy. Okay, so I feel here there's the legacy of love. There's something that you're meant in 2025 to birth, to come forward with, something that is maybe inherited. Okay, it doesn't have to be someone passing. It can be a skill, it can be an insight, it can be an idea, it can be a channeling of something that is meant to be born for 2025 for you, pile number 1. The little cat spirit here is the beautiful Lexi. Meet Lexi. She is the energy of synchronicity. Okay, with this energy, it's all about the mystery of life and how you're traveling 2025 with a lot of the things that you are working on energetically inside of yourself that are going to be reflecting to you as a mirror effect from the world that you create, from your reality. If you chose according to zodiac placement, according to whatever type of astrology, Vedic, Western, Draconic, okay, we have, and then other placement, it can be sun, moon, rising, north node. We have Aries, we have Leo, we have Sagittarius, and we have Virgo, okay? So let's put those aside, just a little bit to the side, and let's get some of those messages. It feels very charged right away, pile number one. There's a lot of magnetism that I can feel for this pile as far as 2025. Some of you, it's due to certain things that you've already rehearsed, okay? Maybe through this whole year, what's going to be really bringing you a lot of joy is the revision and repetition of certain things that you've already witnessed, but where you're now showing self-mastery. I feel a lot of self-mastery, a lot of ancestral support, a lot of activation, a lot of almost like, I'm seeing someone gardening. I don't know for who that is, but it's this energy of keeping the soil fresh from your manifestation field. Okay, so let's see where that is going, because I'm getting visions, and in that space of, oh wow, of intimacy that we created with a lot of magnetism here. Look at what you have. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is so much for you to share in 2025. Wow. This is a year where you're being called not to cap yourself. The things that you used to have fear towards, maybe not taking the risk, the leap of faith, this is going to be a time for you to actually take that chance. I'm hearing the word chance. Very lucky time for you, pile number one, as far as how you can synchronize certain events. And I feel with this energy now, tapping into this whole chain here of energy, this is because you're highly connected to spirit, but especially from a connection to the earth. Okay, stromatolite is like this energy of fossil energy, ancestral, grounded. I would say that some of you, that's something that I want to share with you. Maybe you heard me say it before, but for the ones that never heard this, in terms of music, engineering, okay, and how it reverbs, mirrors back, okay, into our chakra, our line of energy, our life force. When you tap into your sacred heart, it is in perfect unison. It's called a perfect fifth with your soul star chakra. Remember about the celestial beingness here, okay, that's above your crown, but also the earth star chakra. I feel it so strongly for you. There is, and this is where between those three, okay, the soul, the heart, and the earth, okay, those three together, they activate your purpose. There's something about you being on that higher path for your purpose, pile number one, that is super, super strong. Okay, let's get some details about this. I'm going in a direction I did not even expect. Okay. All right. And this one. Okay. All right. Well, I'm coming. Let me organize this. All right. It could be like a, when the cards kind of switch side like this, there could have been some type of moment through 2024 that shifted what you believed about yourself. I do feel that some of you, maybe there was some type of limitation, a cap you put on yourself, some type of hesitation, something that for a long time you went back and forth or actually stood still in the middle. And there is this unlocking in 2025 that I'm feeling here very strongly. We have the King of Swords, truth, final authority, and brilliant mind. Okay. Then we have the Warthog. Sorry. With the Two of Cups, perfect harmony, sacred union, and mutual attraction. Ooh, this is the magnetism. You see, this card I was going to put there and it just slide. So this is usually when I work with the chemistry between feminine and masculine. Okay, and there we have the goat. The greatest of all time with the Six of Pentacles. Oh my God, just rewards, generosity, establishing boundaries. I feel for some of you, this is so interesting because you've done some work around your energy field. And what I mean by this is that if you were a strong empath and you didn't realize, for example, that you were absorbing a lot of people's energy, you've done a lot of work around building boundaries so you could have a more mental and emotional discernment. Also in terms of relationships, as far as reciprocity and not allowing any more of those, I'm hearing for some, I heard the word crumbs. Okay, so some of you, whatever was the crumbs from the past, there is an unlocking. You work through some type of end of the soul contract here, and you're stepping into a higher truth of yourself where you feel more in union and balance between your feminine and your masculine. I love this. I love this. And there's going to be reciprocity from the universe and how the universe is going to give back to you and in it which way for you, pile number one here. Let's see if we can get some more details about those, cosmic rewards. There we go. I knew I was going to use the dice. I just didn't know when. Okay. Look. Oh my God. Look how it fell. Boom, boom, boom. That's the magic. And then we have Mercury's energy, your throat chakra. And that's something that I'm glad we're actually doing because I can show you the association. Each planet are associated with a chakra. Okay. Some of you that are part of the YouTube Star family, I have just released a 2025, kind of guidance for the year, for the light work. And I review with you all this association. And that's something that, for you, pile number one, the power of your spoken word is going to allow you to synchronize, materialize some of the ideas. And that's something that seems to be part of your soul's oath. And what I mean by soul's oath is like what your soul wanted to manifest in this lifetime. Okay? That's where you would find that's like your compass. Here we have, I love this energy of Cancer. In terms of this archetype, Cancer is connected to the meridian of the spleen. This is the only organ that is connected to all 33 vertebrae. When I learned this fact, I was like, no wonder Cancer can be so tapped into their emotions and they can feel so much. It's also, associated with the Chariot, the two energies, again, two. For some of you, there is some type of, manifestation because that organ that allows you to feel and heal so strongly, it's like once you feel your words, okay, there's going to be such a deep reverb back into the universe to manifest. I'm going to talk about this even though it's still in the process of creation, but just yesterday I was starting to create a divine masculine energy healing for empowering the masculine and working through the shadow and distortion of the masculine, and the same thing for the feminine. And it was the first time that I was actually called to work with affirmations. And I rehearse all my sound engineering, and I worked with the rehearsal of certain affirmations, and I could not believe how I woke up this morning in a different field of empowerment, and not one that is just too much of, that yang energy, but really, really balanced. I feel that for you. And for some of you, because I talk about it and it's still in the creation. And when I'm going to release it, it's still going to be in the process of creation. But I really feel that if you resonate with this, check the little notice bell to be notified when I post some music or oracle readings. I really feel this is something that could support you. And if it's not through my channel, work with affirmations. Affirm the support of your ancestors. Affirm the support from your spirit team in 2025. This is a big year for you, pile number one. And I'm not saying this, like I felt it from the beginning. Whoever is going to be tapping in those piles, it felt very, very strong. But for you, it was the magnetism. Okay. Now I love that we have here the 6 with the 6. Now, let me break down a little bit of the meaning of 66, because there's a lot of superstition around this number. When you connect it to the wheel of the zodiac and where it lands, okay, on the wheel, it's 25 to 30 degrees of Aquarius, okay, the number 66. Aquarius is a way shower. Aquarius takes action, okay? Now, the number 6 is creation, but it's also about free will. So the number 66 is about the knowledge of good and evil. And that means from that knowledge, you're going to know what is for you and what's not. So there's a strong recognition and owning of your energy to go towards your dreams and your goals in 2025. I would say here for you, it's so interesting because I have like my little pen and paper. Be prepared. What I mean by this is that if you have certain things that you want to create, that you want to learn, make a plan. There's such cosmic support for you, pile number one, to get to the goals that you want to manifest. And that process, even though there's a little bit of planning and order and discipline, this is going to make your heart and soul sing. This is going to make your ancestors and your spirit team and Starseed family cheer for you. I really sense that there's such cosmic reward. Yes, I felt it with you when I was looking at the dice and just throwing them. There's a great amount of luck that can come forward for you in 2025. So let's deep dive. Is there something else? Because I have some other card deck that are about the Akashic Tarot. And some of you, if you're going to be joining me on December 29th at 10:30 Eastern Time, I'm going to have a live just for our Star family, okay? Because I didn't want to make it for everyone, just because the guidance I'm giving is to work with certain frequencies that are working around the planets, the chakras, and certain type of mudras to connect to the cosmos. So you would have to resonate with this, okay? But there is in 2025 a completion of some type of journeying of the Akash, okay? So let's see what guidance we can get here. It seems probably from your ancestors in 2025. Whoa, okay, look at that. I love this. You have up in the air with an air balloon. You know what's interesting with this? It's like years ago, I have like little symbols for certain meanings of energies. The air balloon is rising in frequency. There's a rise in frequency. The number 18 in the Zodiac wheel is about divine justice. I'm telling you, there's some type of karmic intervention because of the energy work you've done that is occurring for you in 2025. This is going to uplift your heart. There's a lot of upliftment that I can feel, a lot of encouragement. Oh, look at this, the karmic trench, the Four of Scrolls. This is the Four of Swords. This is a card that rests. I'm telling you, okay, so remember at the beginning of this channeling, I did feel a lot of self-mastery. And I feel through those cards that you're probably going to see yourself going through certain situations that feel familiar, okay? But you're not the same person. And what I mean by feel familiar, okay? So for example, let's say last year you wanted to commit to a certain class, hobby, take a certain class, a certain degree, and you didn't do it, okay? Because there was some type of limitations you were putting on yourself. This might be appearing again. The offer, the opportunity, the possibility, the desire, okay? So this is what I mean by the reviewing of something maybe that wasn't grabbed in 2024 or even longer than that, but I would say in the cycle of 2017 to now 2025, okay? Something that happened there and that you didn't dare to grab and own, okay? There was probably here some type of karmic tie, okay? Because with the trench and the spleen, I told you the spleen, it connects to all 30 vertebrae. This is something that really allows you to connect to your success, okay? To your feeling of success. Because some people, they can have money, they can have it all, okay, and still not be happy and fulfilled. Okay, so there's something that you had to work, own, okay, raise in frequency. So when now those opportunities, because there's synchronicity here, when those opportunities show themselves again in maybe different shape and form, you're going to be able to take them and receive them, okay? Then we have here Hilarion. Look at this, a master, and here it's so look at all the ghost in the background. This is past lifetime experiences. You're owning the mastership, okay, of a certain repetition of karma that now you can see from way above. Okay, so that means in 2025, this is going to shift totally your field of attraction. Okay, let's see how that is going to shift things for you. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, is it another air balloon? Did I dream? Oh my God. This is, well, it's a lantern, but I thought it was an air balloon. Look. Wow. This is the Ace of Fire. Inspiration. The Ace of Wand, okay? This is you being inspired in 2025, okay? So some of you, again, this is going to be through the power of your voice, through releasing some of those limitations, if any, if you feel any block, okay? It seems that Mercury, your ideas, your creativity is going to be strong. Now, Cancer, in terms of light work, is a master healer, okay? And the 6th house is all about your health and your routine. Ooh, remember when I said about planning? Some of you, there's some type of like you're supported to create something. It could be about writing a book, writing a business plan. There's something that you're supported to create that has to do with writing. Wow. Double ace. I mean, if we were playing some type of card game, I think poker actually, poker? I don't know. I'm not too much of a card player. But double ace, I would say that's a great amount of luck. And then we have here the Hanged Man. So this is Neptune energy. It's working with the subconscious. So what I'm feeling here, a lot of dream journaling, a lot of the dream world, okay, trying to manifest through you. I would say work with vision board. Okay, some of you, if you don't have access yet to the Goddess Rise Up, the Muse Euterpe, okay, that works with music, is helping us work with our vision board. I was amazed. I did the homework this morning with the vision board. I had so much fun. I'm going to put the link down below if some of you want to join us to listen to your personal message. She is she is very connected to vibration and creating this electromagnetic field. What I find amazing, I was like, how come I'm like creating so much music at this time? My muse Euterpe is exactly where we have Pluto in Aquarius. So I am being activated so strongly by the creation, especially in terms of empowerment. Pluto is about transformation and the solar chakra. So it's about really bringing inspiration. So I'm really excited for you, pile number one, with this energy. Okay, there's a lot that is going to be going on for you in 2025 that is going to spark up your energy. There's upliftment energy. There's going to be emotional fulfillment now that you can elevate yourself and rise above some of those limitations. Some of you, by the way, okay, it could be the beginning of a relationship or the end of a karmic relationship in order to bring something better. Okay, that depends. I wanted to mention it, but all this energy here really shows the end of karmic repetition and bringing the pearl, the magnificence of the pearl, the repetition, and how beautiful this year is going to feel to you. Now, the Hangman, I love because there's also a lot of guidance. As much as there's energy and momentum forward, to take the time to review. I feel that if I had to give you some, guidance, pile number one, as far as the energy work, okay, it would be really to nurture your yin and your yang. Okay, pay attention to your circadian rhythm. Pay attention to not overdoing, because it's in your place of receptivity that you're getting all the information that leads you to your dreams. Okay? What I'm going to suggest as far as energy work, as far as frequency, I'm going to suggest the full DNA activation from the solar codes. Okay? Because the solar flares are light codes of information. I really feel that's going to be very supportive for you. Now that you heard this message, if some of you want to have a stromatolite, as part of your crystal collection, that's a great one to work with your ancestors and this energy for this year. I literally took half an hour to really feel the energy of this year and the exact crystals that would benefit for each pile. So that's one that you can work with. And just know that I will be listing, once it's ready, the affirmations and those new divine codes for the masculine and the feminine. I'm really excited, kind of giving me a boost. I was working on it. I was like, okay, there's no rush, but yes, there is. There is, but it's not a rush, but I see how it is going to be useful to use the power of the voice. Some of you have done a lot of energy work, reflection. It's still going to happen. It's still going on as far as reflecting on what you want and how things feel. Okay? That's how you become more magnetic. And then from that place, things are you're going to feel like, even though it feels busy, it's more from fun, because you're going to magnetize to you so much faster, with more ease and more joy. And I see you more rested. There's much more rest and space for rest that is being called for you to receive those blessings. Please don't ignore this part of the guidance. Okay. Yeah. And some of you, if you are, still stuck in some of the trenches of the karmic cycle, I am taking everyone that is part of the Starseed Rise Up on an Akashic journeying. We're going to be reviewing, all the planets, working through specific mudra connected to the zodiac, working with the emotional layer of body, removing some of those last bits and pieces that are affecting the magnetic field, the electromagnetic field of attraction. Because sometimes, just like I said, you can have great luck and you can have a lot of things that come to you, but the feeling of fulfillment, a lasting feeling of fulfillment, gratitude, and appreciation is often, if you can't get there, it's because there's something that is missing that hasn't been addressed, especially in the emotional body. Okay, so some of you, if you want to join us there this year, that's going to be epic. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sending you many blessings, pile number 1. Wow, that was like a long channeling, but I had so much fun. I trust you did as well. Okay, and yeah, what can you drop me? If there is a little air balloon, drop me an air balloon or drop me a goat. Because I know there is a goat and I know it's you down in the comments. Thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. And remember those thumbs up. It brings a smile on my face and it helps the channel to grow. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your 2025 guidance on how to create a life that makes your heart and soul dance. I love this energy so far. It's just such a bliss. You have chosen the beautiful Epidot crystal. This is a super magnifier. If some of you don't have it in your crystal collection, I strongly suggest it. This works with the high vibration, attracting your highest good. It's really strong in terms of attraction. Okay, and you have the kitty cat here. It's Blaze, that speaks of curiosity. And what really stood out when I read, and some of you, if you want to review the intro, I read all the description of the crystal and this little kitty. There's some messages around listening to what your heart says. What do you feel? So this is a year for you, pile number 2, where you are being guided to listen to your heart's whispers, guidance. It's subtle. It needs you to be grounded. It needs you to slow down. But that doesn't mean that things are going to be slow and not moving. That actually is going to speed up the pace of your attraction. There's going to be more fun and less work. Okay, yes, I had a motto back, oh my god, in 2007 when I moved from France. I moved a couple times to the States, but the last time that I moved here, and I've been here since 2007. Okay, I had this motto that I channeled for myself, and I said, I don't do work, I do play. Because everything that in order for me to stay uplifted, joyful, motivated, and just loving life, which is a feeling I just love and thrive for and look for, I needed to see everything as play, as something that was teaching me. There was a lot of learning. So it's a year here, 2025, for you, pile number 2, where your open-mindedness, your childlike joy is going to be part of helping you manifest your dreams and your goals. If you chose according to zodiac placement, you can do it according to any type of astrology, sun, moon, rising, north node. Okay, we have Libra, Pisces, Aquarius, and Gemini. Okay, for the ones that are working with me, as part of the YouTube Star membership, I strongly suggest looking and working with your draconic placement this year. Draconic astrology is very connected to the emotional layer of body and is so said to connect to one's soul's purpose. I see it connected with dragon's energy, which really, this sparks the heart's light to burn bright. Okay, so there's something about keeping your fire burning in 2025. I feel there's going to be guidance around keeping your fire alive and passionate. Okay, all right. I did not plan this. Okay, Audrey. All right, what do we have for pile number 2 for 2025? Ooh, guidance. You are not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Wow. See, and you are also guided by one of the key master, which is your heart, because through your heart you have a whole network of neurites, which are the heart's neurons, the equivalent of the brain's neurons. Okay, so you have a network around your heart that is constantly communicating and aligning you to follow certain uncharted paths in 2025. I feel like some of you, there's some new beginnings, even though it's a year of completion. It's probably, it started in 2017. So to complete now, what's 2025, year number 9. So a lot of things that you've learned through those past 8 years, there's going to be some type of culmination here that still is going to require to really follow your heart's guidance and put to, application everything you've learned. I wanted to say it right. Look at this bright energy. I don't know the card yet. There's, oh wow, truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. Wow, pile number 2. Okay, I feel also there's some guidance about following your soul's oath. And what I mean by this is something that I often say. If you've been following me for a while, I have in my chart a lot of spiritual devotion. It's in so many aspects of my chart. And what I've seen, as far as people wanting to manifest a life that feels delicious. And what I mean by delicious is not just in terms of having it all materially, but being able to savor it and have this constant flow of gratitude and not fall back into the forgetfulness. There's a constant subtle growth that is required for us to continue to savor. It's like not get numb by the taste. And this is what is actually important for you, pile number 2 in 2025, is to keep this desire to learn and expand and be guided towards some of the truth that your soul wanted to experience. Yeah. Let's see if the tarot cards here can help us get some more guidance about this type of uncharted territory and guidance. It seems that you're really feeling 2025 is a year where you're feeling your way step by step. I do feel this, because a child, it's like it's learning things step by step. It's not trying to, when it's having fun with whatever is in front of them, they're having fun with it. They're not onto the next thing and the next thing and the next thing with the mind that creates this pressure. I feel that here in 2025, you're going to be really working with your heart's natural circadian rhythm. And this is interesting because this reminds me what I said to pile number 1, pile number 2. As far as the frequency, I do recommend the solar codes, the DNA, full potential DNA activation. Okay, as we're embarking 2025, working with the latest solar flares and all that light energy and those light codes that are that we're receiving on Earth. Okay, so what? other guidance can we have about pile number 2? Oh my God. For 2025, the Queen of Cups. I mean, this is a hyper sensitivity, but not in the negative sense. It's almost like a certain subtle receptivity that allows you to know the way. And you see, if you look at the jellyfish, how it moves, I actually wouldn't even be able to see if there's a pattern, but this like this hypnotic. Okay, there's something about you being very I would say maybe to some people you could be hypnotic to others, like so magnetic, so attractive. There's an energy and aura that you're developing through following and tapping into your heart wisdom and truth, and which is really the embodiment of this year 9. In the angles of the zodiac, number 9 is unconditional love. It's a placement in the zodiac that speaks of this type of love that we want to experience. Okay, it says also here, psychic visionary, compassion and radiance. I told you, as some of you, there's some type of glow up. Maybe, with the guidance, maybe you're guided to do certain things or hold certain habits. Like, for example, I'm going to give you one. I was told since, 2024, it was hard for me to finally call it quits with caffeine. But since I have, it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey because it was messing up. Because it makes your heart race. It was messing up with the receptivity of my neurites. I could feel it. And it's like explaining to people this was a little bit of a struggle because, people want to be efficient. People want to get it done, get it going. But I found through, trials and error, how I was getting so much more done with so much more fulfillment and so much more joy. Okay. That it had flavor, and it was leading me where I wanted in ways that rushing, overthinking, overdoing, over analyzing, overdrive was not getting me there. So there's some type of guidance around maybe your health, your diet, but especially understanding your heart field. That's something that I feel for you very strongly, pile number 2. Your heart is very important. And then you have the world. Beautiful beginnings, sacred contracts. Oh my God, infinite possibilities of the Macau. Okay, this is Saturn, the world. Okay, this is the association of Saturn. I love this energy. In the tarot, this is a woman that's creating. You create the reality you envision. But it's coming from a place, okay, of lightheartedness, okay? And I feel as some of you, that is what I feel is the most important, is coming from a place of joy, lightheartedness, having fun, so you can go through 2025. I feel a lot of ease that wants to come forward for you, my dear pile number 2. Okay, let's see what we have in terms of the dice. I usually would have 3 cards, but I feel this is 2 cards for you. I wanted to mention it. Why do I want to mention it? We'll see. Okay, so we have Leo. You're not going to believe this because this went outside. Okay, so maybe there's a 3rd card for this one. Okay. So see, it's almost like I received the signal and was like, but what does it mean? So those 2 dice, they're meant for the next card. But this one, okay, Leo as an archetype is connected to the seer because of its great heart-mind coherence. Heart-mind coherence means that you're one doesn't take over the other. It has like this network of communication. That's very important. But what mind blows me is that in terms of meridians, energy line, Leo is connected to the heart meridian. The heart is creating your world. In 2025, pile number 2, be ready to create a world, a reality, visions that are very much in alignment with what your heart wants to experience, certain emotions, certain feelings, certain experiences. And look, we have the 6th house that talked about your health. I mentioned it. And then we have Pluto, which is connected to the back of your solar plexus, which is your power. It's your master teacher of power. And interestingly, it seems your routine, maybe physical routine. A lot could be around physical routine, how you plan your day to make sure you have space for play and for rhymes. Okay, let's see what we have. Yes, the 10 of Wands. Ambition is a good servant, but a bad master. Don't let your mind, okay? Don't let your mind push you to do more, because there's, with the visions, okay, and all that you're feeling and want to manifest this year in 2025, this is going to come in very magical, wondrous ways. Don't try to use your mind to rationalize and find the way. This is going to be felt, especially through your body, okay? And how your increase of power, but the power of who? Your heart. Okay, what's interesting also is that some of you need to know the 10 of Wands is connected to the placement in the Zodiac wheel, okay, in terms of Western astrology, to where we have the galactic center, okay? And the galactic center is aka the gate of God. There's a lot of communication with spirit. The scarab energy in terms of the association with Egypt, there's a lot of activation from the pineal gland, okay, from the third eye. So of course, you see, the visions are heart. It's almost like they're, okay, wait, how can I explain this? I'm seeing an image, okay, where you're connected to spirit and it's activating your heart network, okay? And as you're receiving all those downloads and allowing this to work and flow through you, okay, this world that you create around you, okay, there's it's almost like the images, the vision, it's like you're becoming a projector and you can see the vision. You can see exactly what needs to be done, in which way, what time. But it's coming from a place of joy and relaxation and letting it yourself be guided by your heart. I mean, this is like, I wouldn't say redundant, but for you, like your heart is going to be major. I would say also in terms of health, some of you may be cardio. Okay, you could have the desire or the need to do a little bit more of things that help your heart expand some of its energy, okay, so you can connect to it, do a lot of breath work for sure, okay, pumping that heart, pumping your lungs, because it's almost like what I'm seeing in my vision, in my third eye, it's almost like what gives the electricity for the vision to come. Yeah. Wow. Very mystical pile here. Well, we're working with the law of attraction and manifestation, so I am not surprised. Some of you, if you are part of the YouTube membership for the Starseed Rise Up, activate the gates. Activate the gate of God and the gate of man. That's something, actually, let me share with you. This is something that works very well for me as I'm transitioning to 2025. I've been doing 20 minutes of a little bit of, I would say, what you call this? Like hits. So it's kind of cardio, but there's weights. So it gets my heart pumping and everything. I do 20 minutes and then I go and activate the gates. So I do my own session, energy session, where I let myself be guided, just receive and do the breath work. And then I start my day. And it seems to synchronize the events. It seems to synchronize even to the point of the machines. And what I mean by this is that if just earlier I wake up and I'm looking at my phone and I gotta do this and I just put it aside and say like, hey, that's your new routine. Like, let's do first a little bit of workout and then energy session. Okay. Then I open my phone and I seem to have like right away the missing piece of information I was looking for. This is what I talk about as far as the world. It's like once you activate your body, your breath, there's a joy, there's all those hormones, there's a flow of beautiful hormones that your body create and produce that are going to align you, pile number 2, through 2025. Okay, so let's move towards what is manifesting here. In 2025, the ones that are joining me, we are going to be doing some journeying through the Akash. We're going to be practicing some meditation and energy work through each planet. We're going to work with the North Node, the South Node. I'm taking you on a journey, the ones that want to do some energy work and follow me on that quest. We are ending indeed, this whole cycle. It's a beautiful culmination through the lens and eye of love. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have. We have, on track. All right. And you see where you're going to be on track and right on time. 2025, I want to mention because some of you, there's a certain opportunity, there's a certain meeting, there's a certain, almost like an offer, like something, a fork in the road, something that was meant to happen, okay? That is going to occur because you're on track. And the track is through following the guidance of your heart. When you're following the guidance of your heart, you're going to be on track. You're going to be in alignment, on vibrational alignment with what 2025 wants to offer you. Okay? Wow. Loving elementals, the 3 of roses, which is also the 3 of cups, fairies and water and nature. Nature is highly supportive to you, my dear pile number 2. Go out in nature as much as you can. Enjoy the sun. Okay, I mentioned this as far as working with the sun rays. Oh, the sun rays. Yeah, you can do that too. But the solar flares to activate the light codes for you for 2025. Yeah. Working with crystals, working with elements, working with alchemy. There's some very strong magician type of energy that I feel here. Okay, we're going to channel a little bit more. What else we have? Clearing the way with the 4 of keys. Okay, and you see here, it's interesting. Okay, now it makes even more sense. Pile number 2. This year, your heart is creating a big cleanup. The things that in the past used to feel insurmountable, like things like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I have the courage, I don't know if it's the right time, I don't know, or all that hesitation that I could feel from the past, okay? Your connection to your heart, your connection also to your body, and how you can feel embodied by your body. And I want to say this also because the gate of God has this energy of beauty, of internal beauty. So you have a lot of that energy, feeling beautiful, and that's a feeling, okay? Work on doing things in 2025 that make you feel confident and beautiful. It's not going to be vain, it's self-love. Do things that make you feel aligned. There's through following the wisdom of your heart, highly connected to how this guides your body to go through life, through nature, through whatever path, and take opportunities. The things that you used to feel were obstacles are going to be removed. Like almost, I feel like a lot of light, whereas before there might have been like some shadow. Like you could, it's like, how can I do this? And the light is going to shine. It's going to be step by step. You see it through how it's, because the first step is like, turn your heart light on. Turn your heart on, okay? And that means like in the morning, or that's something I often do. I don't say to people, even to people I work like professionally, as far as, I was working with an acupuncture clinic back in California. I'm actually still doing some work remote for them. And I always say like, hey, how does that feel to you? I don't say, what do you think about it? It's all about the feelings. And I love this because it has been a very great experience since I've shifted, the focus when I speak to people, especially professionally, around their feelings, because it puts them in a different space. And I think that's something that some of you professionally you can use, is helping people to tap more into their hearts, because it puts them in a setting, just like a machine, that is very different than when you ask people like, hey, how are you doing? Because it's a doing, it's very different. Some of you just know what I'm talking about. Okay, what else? Okay, so very interesting. I was trying to pull the deck, but those two cards fell. Okay, we have the Four of Air, which is the Four of Swords. I feel like for here. I'm sorry if it's a little crammed. I still have yet to buy myself a new desk. I'm in my new home, and literally this table is barely larger than what you see. Like I'm making with what I have so far. Okay, I'm like waiting for the perfect desk. Come on, perfect desk, manifest. And then we have the Five of Fire. Okay, in this good tarot, it speaks, look at all this light, a lot of inspiration. And here, Air is Four of Swords. Through resting. And you know what? It's interesting because I told you about like sparking up your heart rate, not with caffeine I mentioned, but more with, exercising and breath work. And then there's the relaxation. Through the time of relaxation, this is when you're going to get some information about, hey, today we should be doing this, 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 this. You're going to have a very different type of way to approach people, life, events, and this is going to create a world that attracts more people that are like you, people that are heart-centered. Maybe in the past you were attracting, people that were too hyper-focused on results, ambition, and without the lack of emotional intelligence. I feel that a lot of the things that you used to attract that were obstacles in your way, pile number 2, in 2025, this is done with, okay? And look at this. Wow. You're creating your fortune here. This is all done through the alignment of your heart. And some of you, I will be, if you're joining me on Sunday, December 29th at 10:30 Eastern Time on the YouTube channel for the members, I will be talking about my medicine wheel, okay, that works with the activation of a compass here, and that I'm seeing that is meant to remove some of those karmic obstacles. So let's see, pile number 2. Yes, it's like your heart is going to be your greatest guide. This type of crystal can really speed up your alignment, your manifestation, enhancing your joy, Yeah, I would say, yeah, beware, because this is very strong. I always was imagining even putting a clear quartz next to it, and I was like, whoa, that could be very, a little too much. um, some of you, if you have any type of difficulty to connect to your heart, okay, I would maybe enhance this with pink quartz, okay, some type of pink crystal to help you with unconditional love. Yeah, especially in terms of this energy, because you're, I can see 2025 here, pile number 2. You are being called to create a reality that is much more joyful, loving, supportive, and fortunate. And there's much more space for laughter, joy, and relaxation, and fun time, versus just work, and strenuous effort. A lot of ease wants to flow through this year. So that's what I have for you, my dear pile number 2 for 2025. I'm sending you so many blessings. This feels so exciting. Remember to like those videos. It supports the channel to grow. I do not believe we have a jellyfish as an emoji to drop me below, but maybe there is a parrot. Or you can drop me Saturn. I will know it is you, my dear pile number 2. Namaste. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your 2025 reading. This is all about creating a life where your heart and soul may dance. You chose the beautiful sodalite crystal. If you want to hear more about the crystal, you can review the introduction. I read a little bit of a paragraph about this, but ultimately this connects you to your authentic truth. And here, this little kitty that speaks of expression, it's Shanti. It's all about your voice. Again, a lot of authentic voice that is coming for you in 2025. Pile number 3. If you chose according to zodiac placement, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, and Capricorn. You can choose according to Vedic, True Sky, Draconic, Western astrology, your sun, your moon, your north node, your rising. I personally would choose the sun and the draconic sun. Some of you, especially if you're part of the YouTube membership for 2025, I give you some light work guidance about working with your emotional field in 2025. This is a year 9. This is a year of completion with the wisdom of the heart. Okay, there's so much heart that is coming forward for 2025. I am loving what I've felt so far for this energy. So let's put those little zodiac placement to the side and let's look at your cards for you, dear pile number 3. So your voice and your expression, your authenticity, your light, your shadows, that was part of the aspect of sodalite. We have here inner alchemy. Interesting. Inner alchemy is achieved when you react to fear with love. Yeah, there was some energies and messages around, accepting some of the aspect of yourself and integrating them. And then we have ascension. Wow, your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Beautiful. So I feel for you, pile number 3, there's a lot of wisdom, a lot of reflection, because even though there's some expression, I feel this is coming from a deeper version of you in 2025. Maybe in the past, people just saw one aspect of you, and here there's a depth to your main character energy that is coming forward, something that feels much more soul aligned. I don't know why, but I feel called to use the tarot, the Akashic Tarot here for those cards. A little bit different than the other piles. maybe there's something, yeah, maybe there's something about the alchemy of your voice, because I keep on having my throat that scratches. This is to take you on an Akashic journeying, which is something that I am doing with the Starseed Rise Up. If some of you are interested, you can see some of the details about the next events that I'm going to have live, and have some deeper, you know, I want to have more time in 2025 to guide and mentor some of you that want to go through their Akash and through their inner process of ascension. So 8 of Roses, Shanga community. Interesting. There's something about family, your community, your place in the community. The Willow with the 2 of Forces, which is the 2 of Wands. And the Architect. Wow, the 1 of Keys. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel here there was probably some type of, remember how I said about how in 2025 there's a version of you that is emerging that people wouldn't see in the past. So maybe your process of spiritual ascension led you to open up your heart. With the willow, you know, there's a lot of you know how the leaves fall, it can be associated to letting go of emotional waters. So some of you, maybe the process of ascension and the process of light work and shadow work can have created some inner alchemy and release of some emotional waters that allow you, remember, I felt called to call this your main character energy, which is not something I use commonly, but it's almost like there's a specific role and a specific embodiment that you came to play. You know, it's like a script. You came here to play a certain script for yourself in this lifetime, pile number 3. And I feel that you had to go through certain things in your community, in your family, in your friendships, relationships, that triggered whatever it triggered. And until you had this spiritual awakening, there was this whole process and work that allowed you to release the parts of yourself that were untrue. Maybe your voice, you know, it's like, I don't know. I have a hypersensitivity to the voice and the frequencies. Obviously, this is why I do music engineering. But in people's voice, we can feel truth and untruth. And not because people are lying, but sometimes like either they don't believe it or they're over inflating, or, you know, it's just, there's something here that you shifted. And you're shifting definitely in 2025. There's a new emergence of this main character. And it feels like, you know, with this energy, it's like an embodiment that your soul is really eager to experience. That's what it's like being eager to experience a version of yourself that is much more emotionally connected, that feels much more involved in their community, in their family, in their relationships, being heard and seen for who you truly are. That really feels like yummy, you know, that like as far as how you're going to appreciate 2025. Okay, let's get some more guidance here for this process. How can I support pile number 3 with this channeling of the main character? That's something that I suggested, and I feel for every pile. You'll see in the description box below to work with the full DNA activation of the solar flares. You know, working with that sun's energy, and the flares we're receiving have light codes and information. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh. Okay. We have Pisces, which is a unifier. We have the 4th house, which is very much about community and family. And then we have Jupiter, which is connected to the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wow. There's a lot of, I feel in some of you, it's the part of yourself maybe that you used to reject or hide or shy away from, that created this unauthentic vibration, okay? And the fact that maybe it created some type of chaos or drama in the past in your family, okay? 2025 is a whole different fortune that you're manifesting. It's a whole different vision and embodiment. I still need some cards as far as how this is going to come about. How is this going to come about in terms of the manifestation? You're unifying a lot of things you've learned through the past cycles. So 2025 being a year number 9, this is a process that started in 2017. I don't know about you, but 2017, I had a Kundalini awakening. So whatever has happened in the last 8 years, 2025 is going to be a year where you unify the knowledge that is going to change your fortune and who you can embody. And especially with that 4th house, 4th house relates to family, but also to home. So some of you, maybe there's something around owning a home, being, it doesn't have to be for everyone, but this is real estate also. Or there can be some type of legacy that can be given to you, or you can be on the path of your legacy. Be on the path of something you were always meant to experience. You did have to go through the process of spiritual awakening here, pile number 3, for sure. Okay, let's see what else. The 3 of Fire, I love this. Okay, this is the 3 of Wands. This is an embarkment of a new journey. I love that this is around the home, the community, with this main character here that is on the front line. There's also this, look at this little compass. I love this. Some of you will know, okay, for my Starseed Rise Up and even my YouTube family, I am going to be sharing with you some of the activation for 2025, how to work with your chart, how to awaken the stars within, how to go through some of your, patterns so you can embody more of your sacred self and authentic voice. You'll have some details in the video description if you want to join us. This is going to be Sunday, December 29th. Okay. I love this. I feel like there's it feel like almost, what I heard? Oh my God, was it this? I don't even know if I'm hearing the right movie with the right words. Okay, but I saw Jim Carrey, The Mask, and I just heard Showtime. And you don't even know if it's that, but it's like The Mask, like you used to wear a mask. You used to not let people see maybe your emotional side, okay, or how heart-centered you were, how empathetic you were. And now you accepting some of your empathetic traits or how strong of a heart guidance you have is going to be appreciated, is going to be on the front line, and it's going to be on the front line to manifest your authentic, I heard the word career. So maybe some of you are looking for a career shift, career change. Again, what if I have this? Look at this, more 6 of air. More voyage, okay? But I love this also under the willow because the 6 of air is also moving away from some of the emotional congestion. Some of you, if you are struggling with the emotion waters, okay? I'm going to list you my quantum fascia healing playlist, okay? There is one that works with removing addictions. That means like, when you have an addiction, it doesn't have to be just substance. It's just like a certain rehearsing of this happens and this creates this feeling in me and this creates this reaction and like this whole chain of reaction that is locked within the structured water of your body. So that is my first part in this album. Then we have removing the emotional numbness or congestion if there's too much. There's like a beautiful mantra that is a water prayer in this frequency that I love. And the last but not least, there's something about removing some of the karmic bondage as far as the repetition. It goes deep, you know. I use certain type of frequency, vertebrae activation, organ activation to help the body feel safe to be its true self, this true version. And for you, I feel like the voice among family or how you're being seen by close people or just your community is important to you. It's important to you. You might have a type of like charismatic leadership, a type of role, or type of character also, because you have a lot of front stage energy here, pile number 3. And if that was not the case in the past, know that is coming for 2025. People are going to want to hear more of your wisdom, more of your life, what you experience. Hey, how did you get that? How did you understand that? A lot of like, desire to know you. Yeah, I feel like popularity for some of you. Oh, wow. 7 of Fire in this deck. This is like being super unique and being recognized for your uniqueness. A unicorn. That's your main character energy. Okay, pile number 3. If this resonates, drop me a unicorn. I will know it's you. You know I like to do this, like making you drop a little emoji if you connect to a certain pile. This is great. Oh my God, this made my day. And I don't know why, but I'm like hearing something with this. I know it's not a carpet, but it looks like a carpet on this unicorn. And I'm like hearing the magic carpet and Aladdin and Jasmine. And I feel like 2025 is like a whole journey that feels magical, that feels very unique, that feels like you're going to meet people that are emotionally focused on the same things, where family matters. There could be some windfall of money just with this type of energy here. Okay, there could be some lucky move. Okay, I don't know. I feel maybe some of you it's an investment. Okay, all right. Let's see what else. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see what else. Oop, we have. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles. Earth, Mother, Protection, and a Noble Soul. You know, with this, I really, again, I was starting to feel luck, money coming in. But what I'm seeing here, it's like people are going to recognize your true self. It's like you're going to be perceived for this person that you truly are at a heart soul level in 2025. And this is why people are going to invest in you, going to believe in you, going to trust you, going to support you, going to fundraise you, whatever it is like that you're trying to build. Because you can see here, there's a lot of like, some of you could be travels. In 2025, you could have desires to travel because those 2 characters here are traveling. Or it could be building a certain lifestyle that allows you to travel. This feels very unique. It could be, like, let me give you an example. Like recently, I saw on, what was it? Maybe it was Indeed, like a job search thing. I saw this very odd job for someone that had to be a great runner, okay, and that had to wear a camera while they're running at least 6 miles a day across the country, like, like, except California, because they probably had already enough people there, but like different places of the country, because they were building this app or this thing, probably for running, a running machine, some type of cardio machine where people run, so they could have the images. So this person, there was like paid expenses, and like, it was like such like a unique thing. And it, like they said, it's like it's a unique role. It's, we understand it's like it's not for everyone. It's being on the road. It's but I felt like what a very unique thing to create a very unique product as well. And the fact that you needed to be in shape and needed to be this and that, and I was like, that's amazing. And I feel like this pile here, pile number 3, there's something very unique about your self-expression. There's the light that you shine, the way you connect to people at a heart level. Maybe in the past, you may have shun away from it. There's this Piscean energy here that talks about unifying and that we have community. You could be very much about like creating groups, creating moments, moments together, adventures together, travels. There's something about your energy that gathers people's soul and touches people's soul as a group. Okay, that I really feel, and that's coming up in 2025. Can we have more details about how is this coming about? I mean, it seems like your heart is magnetizing this, but especially, I'm going to tell you, your heart, had to go through the process of inner alchemy, facing your shadow, facing your light, of integrating your light, and as far as being comfortable with shining and standing out. I feel that some of you, maybe that was the block. Maybe that's still part of the block that I'm picking up on. Okay, being able to stand out. We have the 4 of Swords here. Interesting. Quiet reflection, waiting till the time is right. Okay, so there's a specific time in this year that is going to trigger. I feel with the number 4, it could be in April. Let me see what, we had Taurus energy. Okay, so some of you, just because I tap into this, maybe it's going to be around the spring because of the 4 of Swords here. That is more like winter energy, okay, rest energy. Maybe at the beginning of 2025, you're still going through this process and of envisioning and allowing your true voice to come about, gathering some of the information, or just allowing the cosmos to work through you, for you, okay? Some of you may, in the winter time, as far as the work we're going to do, we're going to activate the North Node, the South Node. So some of the major points of attraction, some of you, if you want to join us, yes, in the winter. So when we move into the spring, we can march forward with some of the sun's energy. Yeah, there's some type of rebirth that I can feel. Like it's some people are not going to recognize you. If you were like to meet some of your past, interesting, some of your past relationship, they're not gonna watch that shark, the devil, living in darkness, bondage, spiritual awakening. That's not a bad card. This is Capricorn energy, which we have here. Okay, Capricorn energy is an ascension guide. Okay, and I feel as some of you're able in 2025 to recognize the patterns that you have to leave behind, because you see it's under this line of energy. And here we have some type of shift that is happening in the home, in the quiet time, in the winter. I feel then there's going to be this culmination there with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, you guys, this is in the Zodiac, in the Tarot. The association is spring. So another confirmation. This winter, and it makes sense, because even though, January is 2025, we're in months of the Zodiac that are winter-like, that are about reflection, that are about understanding and culminating and finishing certain cycles. So here, pile number 3, what I feel is that in the next 3 months, and I didn't have any time much for the other piles, but for you, there's some strong guidance in this beginning of the year. until spring. Just make sure that you align to your truest voice. You align to the vision. You know, it's like if you have certain desires in terms of family, relationships, how do you want your relationships to feel, heart-centered, start to build a plan. Start to become the architect, the designer of what you want. Make sure that you free yourself from the past, you know, emotional attachment. Some of you, if there is any new emotional attachment, remember I suggested the quantum fascia healing playlist. It's coming back here, okay? Because in the spring, that energy is coming forward strongly. It's coming strongly for you. And I've been looking and staring at this. Wow, I didn't see it was a tiger. But at this card, this whole time, I want to see what that is. Courage. Live life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. I feel that there is a renewal of your energy, of your strength, of your courage that is going to be admired, that is going to support you in being supported, not just from the universe, but the opportunities that are coming to you. Okay? And I feel as some of you, it's not through overdoing, it's more from the inner alchemy that you're creating inside of yourself, that you're going to get to the results you're aiming for in 2025. There's something else. There's another roll of the dice. Whoa. Okay. This one. Wow. Neptune. Okay. Neptune. Again, Piscean energy. That went far, far. We have 6th house. It's so interesting. The 6th house has been coming up for all the piles. And then we have Scorpio. Okay. This is paying attention to the subconscious patterns. Okay. This seems to be important. Part of your ascension. And some of you, okay, I'm seeing something. Some of you, remember how I said people are now able to see you fully and connect to your voice, because there was some pattern, some hidden pattern. It could be a habit, it could be an addiction. It doesn't have to be, but it could be also, you know, an addiction to feel like, oh, I'm not worthy. Or some of you, I feel, for some reason, self-sacrifice in the family. Okay, over-giving, over self-sacrificing, martyr type of energy. Maybe that's a past lifetime archetype, okay, that I'm picking up on for some of you. Once you release this, okay, this is where your energy is going to shine in a very different way. And you're going to almost like not believe how things are going to shift. They're going to shift much faster because of that freedom. I feel there's a lot of freedom, a lot of blue here. So a lot of emotions, hidden emotions that affected you. Yeah. But you know what? I feel this is part also of how you're going to, remember how I felt people coming to you for counsel and guidance and looking up to you, that leadership energy. It's because of the things you've learned here, okay? That we can feel this whole process of ascension, this whole process of inner alchemy, this whole process of also maybe having at times being at war with your own truth and being off your alignment. There's a lot of wisdom from experiencing that type of contrast and polarity. That's what I have for you, pile number 3. There's just so much uniqueness, so much that wants to come forward in 2025, living your life by design, a design that is very uniquely yours, that is something it really feels like a reward after this whole phase. I wouldn't be surprised that some of you through between 2017 and 2025, you had many dark nights of the soul, especially with the alchemy here. Yeah. And you see my voice is coming back again, this thing as far as like, you know, maybe some of you have like a Mercury placement that is worth looking into. Okay, maybe you have a Mercury retrograde or some type of combination with your Mercury placement that is creating some type of struggle, or, you know, they call it mal-aspected, but it's just more a challenge. You can have a square, you can have a yod, you can have some tension around the throat that could have created this. Some of you, that would be more for an astrologer if you wanted a session. But some of you, you know a little bit about astrology. So that's what I have for you, my pile number 3. I trust this supported you so divinely. Be so proud of yourself. You have so much that is shifting in 2025 because of all your steady work on yourself and facing your shadows and your light. So keep on going. I trust the frequencies can support you if you need it at any time. I'm sending you many blessings, much love and light. Please remember to like those videos to support the channel to grow.